Hey everyone, Carol Hickman here with Chickstamper. How are you doing today? Thanks so much for joining in. I really appreciate you watching. I have some beautiful projects. If you've been following along on my Facebook page or joining in and watching my Facebook group this week, you know that I've been featuring the beautiful Hydrangea Hill Suite and the Hydrangea Haven Bundle, which are the stamps and the dies. This suite has so many beautiful products to it. So we're gonna make a couple beautiful cards today, and I've got a cute thank you gift to show you that I'll be sending out along with today's class kit for free to everybody who orders this week. All orders over $35 and it's celebration time. So realistically, you're gonna want to order a minimum of $50 so that you can get a free celebration item. I'm sure you've seen the little catalog, the brochure for celebration, and all the beautiful stamp sets and the gorgeous paper. There's just so many beautiful things that you can get for free with your purchase. So be sure when you place your order at chick.stampinup.net that you're watching for the area to add in your freebies with your order, because why not? It's free, right? The other awesome thing about celebration is it is the perfect time to join. I would love for you to join my Stampin' Chicks team during celebration. Not only because the usual thing when you join for right now is you pay $99 plus tax. Shipping is free. You get to choose $125 of product from the annual catalog or the January through June mini, so anything that's current. And you can add on to that during celebration. You can get all 5 of these 6x6 paper packs. So there's 5, and they're 40 sheets each, so 200 sheets of designer paper. These are also paper packs that aren't even current. They're going to be in the new annual catalog, which this year is switching, and it begins in May. So you'll be ready to go with lots of different designer paper ready to go. So that is your bonus for joining during celebration. So I love it. My team is growing during celebration, and we'd love to have you too. So, so thanks you guys for watching. I appreciate you stopping in today. We're working with Hydrangea Hill Suite, if you're wondering what we'll be making. So I think that's about all that I have to show you, but if you have any questions over ordering or even all the fun celebration freebies, be sure you just message me or email me at carol@chickstamper.com, and I'm happy to help you out or help you with your order as well. Okay, are you ready to see some cute projects? It's gonna be so fun. You've probably seen, I hope you've seen some of the swaps that I had held up. Remember that I run a swap for my business group, and so every time we have a new catalogs, as in this case, because we have the celebration brochure as well, I run a huge swap. So there's over 4,000 cards, and I get about 200 different new samples of new things. So this week I've been showing and sharing with you some of those. So this is a really cute one.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Sorry, that was my watch. And another Hydrangea Hill. So it's just been fun to pull those out from the swaps that I received and share them with you guys. And here's another one as well that I shared. So I know from your comments that you guys are loving the ones that use Gorgeous Grape. So one of our cards that we're gonna make today uses Gorgeous Grape as well. And the other one uses Seaside Spray, which is also one of the colors in the suite. So it all works out. So I'm gonna move the camera down, and then I'll show you a couple other things, and we'll get to making today's cards, okay? Hang on just a sec. Okay. So we've got our Hydrangea Haven Bundle. So this gorgeous stamp set, and I love how it has those dies, don't you? It's just gorgeous. Sorry, I'm just trying to line this up. I don't want to make you sick. So we've got these beautiful dies. Today I'm using the sentiment die actually for both of my cards. And of course the hydrangea that coordinates with the stamps. These stamps are shown on this page about 75% small. So they're a little smaller, but you can see the real size right here. This die has been fun because it cuts out all of these flowers individually. So instead of just having one little die that you want to run through several times, just run through the whole strip and you get 9 flowers, I believe, is on there. So it's just an easy, fun way. And we're going to use one of those today. So I'll show you how I did that. Okay, so that's the Hydrangea Haven. I should tell you, the entire suite for the Hydrangea Hill is on hold right now as far as ordering because these darn really cute pastel pearls are on back order. So you can order all of the components of the suite though and still get your discount on the bundle, 10% on the bundle. You just won't be able to order these pastel pearls until they come in. So I want to let you know that part. Okay, so then for today's cards, I also used my layering ovals and my layering circles, just this tiny one. Okay, you want to see today's cards? Let's take a peek. Here's the first one. This is on that gorgeous grape. Isn't that so pretty? This designer paper is part of the Hydrangea Hill designer paper, and it's really fun. The whole 12 by 12 has flowers just along the bottom border and again along the top border. So you could cut it in half. It would make gorgeous borders for your scrapbook pages. And then our second card today is kind of just a fun, different fold. And I wanted to use that beautiful hydrangea flower. And hopefully you can tell I've used some Wink of Stella on there. But look how cute this is. The designer paper for the front is cut a little bit smaller. And so when it's closed, it looks like you have this nice border, which of course you do. But the card base, you cut a little short. So I'm going to show you how to make that one. Okay. And remember the tutorial, a free tutorial will be on my blog later this afternoon at chickstamper.com. Alrighty, so let's make that fun fold one first. And let me show you what I did. So I've got a piece of Seaside Spray. And this piece, normally it would be 5.5 by 8.5. But that 8.5 side, I trimmed to 5 1/4. So it's 5.5, which is the normal top to bottom height, but it's only 5 1/4 across. And then I'm going to score at 4 1/4. And that makes this cute flap. Okay, easy peasy. So then I've got my designer paper, and eventually it's going to go right in here. But I want to take my ribbon. So in this suite is this gorgeous grape, gorgeous sheer ribbon. So it's part of the Hydrangea Hill suite, and we're going to use it on this card today. So I've got, I believe, 26 inches, although this looks a little shorter than that. So, 16 inches, sorry. The other card, next card is 26 inches. This card is 16 inches, but remember, print off that PDF off of my blog and you will have everything you need. And all of the dimensions will be correct. I feel bad in case I say something accidentally not correct. I want you to have everything correct. So I'm just gonna tie just a little knot, but I'm gonna do that first. Because I want to be able to put this paper on and cover this piece of ribbon up. Okay, so we're gonna cut this, just trim off those edges a little bit. However you like. And then I think what's easiest is just to put adhesive right here I don't want to go all the way to the edge though, because remember our designer paper doesn't go all the way to the edge. So I'm just gonna kind of put it on the ribbon, oopsie, and then I'll put some on the cardstock as well. Let's just center this ribbon a little bit. Get it back on there, right where we want it. There we go. And then we'll try to put some on the inside. There we go. That will work. Okay, so our beautiful designer paper, of course this is from the Hydrangea Hill Suite. And I'm gonna actually load it in this way because I want it to look nice when the card closes. So then I'll know that I'm everywhere that I need to be. There we go. And okay, then we're just gonna close it up. So it's just, isn't that fun? I think it's really cute. And you can see I accidentally even put adhesive over a little bit too far. So that's okay, I'll erase that later with my little rubber eraser. And we will move on. But I thought it would be cute to stamp with this really pretty hydrangea flower. So what I did is with my layering ovals, I cut a piece from the thick basic white. Remember now we have new white paper. And I'm just gonna stamp it first in soft suede. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I want to have kind of a light background to be able to put my color into. And then we'll add some color here in a minute. So the whole thing won't fit on this die, but that's okay. The flower will, and then some of the greenery. Okay, so you can kind of see what I was going for there. And then I'm using Mossy Meadow to fill in these leaves, but I thought when I first did it, it was a little dark, so I want to stamp off. So we can call this second generation stamping or just stamping off. And remember, that's where we ink up our stamp, but then we get rid of some of the ink because we don't want it as dark. And if you did want it darker, just use that first generation, that's okay. And then this stamp it's kind of abstract, so it's not gonna match 100%. So you gotta kind of be okay with that. It's just gonna stamp on. Isn't that cute? Alrighty, so we use Misty Moonlight for the actual flower. Because remember in this paper, it has Misty Moonlight and Seaside Spray kind of in the blue flower. So that's what I was going for there. This cover stamp, again, is very abstract. So you got to be okay with it. I'm going to stamp it off because I don't need it that dark. And then I'm just going to kind of, when I say line it up, it's not really something you can do. So we're just going to kind of guesstimate. There we go. And it looks pretty, right? It's just not one you're going to line up exactly where those little lines from the flower stamp are. Okay, so I think that looks cute. I'm happy with that. I have my sentiment to stamp. And remember that little die that I showed you makes this little frame. And our sentiment says thank you. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight ink. And I'm just going to kind of go in the middle a little bit. There we go. Wherever is okay. And I'll show you why we're going to do that in a minute. Okay. So I've used my oval dies and I cut out a scallop gorgeous grape and then the inside one for the white. So that's the same piece we already stamped on. So that one's just an extra. So here's where we're gonna put this together here. I gotta cut extra white sometimes, just in case I mess up. And then I can easily grab it while I'm still on video and remake it for you guys. Okay. So what I thought would be really pretty with this is to use some Wink of Stella. And mostly because it just brings out the little glimmer on the flower. So if you have any Wink of Stella, you can add it. It's not something you have to have, it's just one of those fun extras. Because who doesn't like their flower to be a little blingy? And the nice thing about Wink of Stella is it just dries really fast, so it doesn't take any time or anything like that. Cute, cute. Alrighty, so let's get some dimensionals. And we'll put them on here. And we'll get this on our card. Pretty simple, but gosh, using these gorgeous stamps, the gorgeous paper, the ribbon, it's just so, so pretty. So you can put this wherever you'd like. Gonna put mine right there. And this thank you, this is what I'm gonna do. I wanna show you this. Sometimes we've done this in the past. I wanted to kind of hang off a little bit. So the part that's hanging off, only the part that's hanging off, I'm going to put a dimensional. So this time there's just room for one. So I'm gonna put a dimensional right under there and then use my Seal Plus on the other side. So it will lay flat up top here. There we go. Okay, and then let me just take a little bit more of this gorgeous ribbon. And we'll just tie a little knot. Just a little over under little bow thing. Nothing fancy. But I wanted to just add a little something to the sentiment piece. Alrighty, let me get some glue dots. I just opened a new roll. We should be good to go. All right, and then I've got some of these pastel pearls. You can see I've been using a lot of them. And let's use a couple of, how about the light purple? Kind of a Highland Heather look there. We'll put a couple of those on. There we go. So there's our front. What do you think, you guys? I think it's really pretty. I wanted to show you on the inside. Normally I put a 5 1/4 by 4 piece, but if you do that, it will be large and it will hang over when you close it. So I put a smaller piece in, and so let's stamp part of that flower on here to decorate it a little bit. Not too much, but now you could use much more of the flower on the inside if you didn't want to have much of a space to write. So it kind of depends what you're going to use your card for, right? Sometimes you want to write a lot, and other times it's helpful if you don't have that much space. Okay, here comes the top part. There we go. And we can do that same thing on the envelope while we're here. Let me get the flower. And let's Let's get some of the leaves. Oh my goodness, there we go. Sometimes lining it up, I want my head right over it. Do you do that sometimes? But then all you'd see is my hair. So no right or wrong with this. It just kind of, whoopsie, covers that up. Let's just go back in here and see. It is a distinctive stamp, so there will be a little bit of shading in it. But that looks good for the envelope. I'm happy with that. Okay, and we've got our inside piece, so let's put that on. And it's a little smaller, so we want to leave a good border around. There we go, and that way it doesn't show when we close it up. Isn't that cute? It says thank you, which is from the Hydrangea Haven bundle and stamp set. Okay, did you guys like that one? I hope you did. Hi, you guys. Thanks for watching today. Okay, so card number 1. Pretty cute. Pretty darn cute. I love it. It's a fun little, actually that fold I received as a swap in a different, using a whole different suite. But I just thought the idea was kind of fun, so I wanted to use it this week and show you guys. A way to use your designer paper up. Okay, let's clean house a little bit and make room for our next card. Okay. There we go. Don't like a messy workspace. So our next card, let me get the sample out again, is so fun. This is the simplest card, you guys. Let me show you the piece of designer paper. And like I said, this is just the bottom portion. So the entire middle of the 12 by 12 designer paper is all this really pretty light blue for sky. This would make a gorgeous border for your scrapbook page because the whole border of the 12 by 12 is all hydrangeas along the bottom. So I know you could do some really pretty things with that. But I wanted to show you a really simple thing you could do with this paper is you could just stamp right on the paper, right? Stamp on it. You could put a little ribbon if you wanted, or just some bling in different areas and put it on your card front. You'd be done because the paper is so gorgeous on its own. It doesn't need much. I just added a little bit. I wanted to add some cute ribbon, and then I added the sentiment with a little extra cardstock punches and dies to pop. And here's that little flower. I don't know if you can see. One of those little flowers I showed you the die at the very beginning. And I used it on some more designer paper with a pearl. Okay, so let's get that made. This card base is just our typical 5.5 by 8.5. And, whoa. It's been scored. I scored it at 4 1/4. So now it's all folded and ready to go. And then I've got a Highland Heather piece because it coordinates so well with Gorgeous Grape. And then you can see our designer paper goes on, leaving just a little edge of that Highland Heather. So that's what we'll work on next. This card is simple. If you had a lot of thank you cards to make, this would be a great one. And even if you stamped on it, like I said, it would go even a little faster for you, but still be beautiful. Okay, so that one's ready. Let's use, this is where we use the 26 inches of ribbon, and this is our Whisper White Tulle ribbon. Isn't it gorgeous? It's polka dot tulle ribbon. And I wanted to wrap it around and have plenty of room for a fun bow. So I'm just gonna kind of leave my tail over here, bring this piece up, and tie it into a fun floppy bow. I don't always use floppy bows, but this seemed like a fun time to do it. Sometimes I like my bows very, very specific. But this one I was willing to let it, I guess 26 inches maybe is a little long. You could probably get by with even maybe 22. But I wanted it kind of floppy and let it just kind of go where it wants to go there. Okay. Cute. And then for our sentiment, let's see what we got going on over here. So I've got another one of those cute little die cuts from the die set. And then I die cut a little circle. And we've got a punch. We're going to use the Label Me Fancy punch. And we're just going to take one of those from Highland Heather there. And so that's, and then just build up like this. So we can stamp our sentiment, and it says, I appreciate all the little things you do. Isn't that sweet? So I'm going to stamp that with the Gorgeous Grape. And I'm actually going to stamp over to the left because I want to leave some room for that flower and pearl. There we go. Okay, so this background piece can go on our card base. There we go. I love all the purples. I think that's what's making me love this suite so much. It's got a little bit of pink in there, and the purple is just gorgeous. So I'm going to put this little die cut circle down. This is Old Olive that I used with the layering circle dies. And I'm just going to put it down on my punched piece just to add a little green so that when I bring this piece in, I'm going to pop this up, it will all look cute. Let's use some of our little edging here. That will look cute, I think. So I'm just going to pop it with some Stampin' Dimensionals, but I'm just took a little piece from the edge. And try and get this down in the center. Maybe. There we go. Okay, and then some more dimensionals for the back of the whole piece. There we go. Oopsie. And I put it over the ribbon. You can put yours wherever you like on the card. There we go, that's cute. Okay, remember I said how I had used that die cut on some designer paper? So this is what I did. And then we can just kind of pick out one of the ones that we like the best. So I'll take this one. So it's easy, it's quick, it's just another cute little way to bring some color in. And using the designer paper, I think it was just a little scrap that I had, actually from working on the thank you gifts. Alrighty, and back to these pearls. Let's put a pink one on this time. And we'll just put it right over there. Pretty easy, right? But so, so pretty. I love it. Okay, so this one we've got our inside piece, and I thought we could use some more stamps from the Hydrangea Haven set and bundle. But let me get my scratch paper again, because we're going to use Gorgeous Grape for both stamps, but so we need to make this one a little lighter. So let's stamp off. Let me just show you what I did. Stamp that off. And then come back with these cute flowers and just go right over it. Easy. How pretty is that though? So, so pretty. So we'll do the same thing again. Stamp off. And then full strength on the flowers. Fun. Cute and easy and more purple. Who doesn't like that, right? You can't go wrong when you use purple. I hope you guys have a good weekend planned. We are having some dreary days here in Phoenix. This is not like us. Today's a very cloudy day. I had to bring out extra lights and things for my video. So I hope it's not too dark for you. There we go. I am actually going to be online this weekend with about 500 other demonstrators and doing an online convention. So it's kind of fun. So lots of stamping and some training and lots of fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. So if you need anything, I will be around. All right, you guys, here's today's cards. I hope you like them. Let me show you, remember, so each week when you place that order with me at chick.stampinup.net, when your order's over $35, you'll receive this card kit in the mail. So purchases through this coming Monday night will receive this card kit. Everything is cut and prepped. All you need to do is supply the stamps and the ink. And then here is your thank you gift. This was a thank you gift that I sent in my swaps. I had about a little over 100 people participate. So my assistant and I made a little over 100 of these, and thank goodness, right? I was so happy she was able to help me. So they hold Hershey Kisses, and they're a little hanging. It's a little hanging gift. So you can see the holes are in there. The holes are actually in the cello bag as well. And there's some Hershey Kisses inside. So that's the thank you gift along with the card kit that's going to go to everybody who orders this weekend. And those of you who have already ordered this week, because I really appreciate you so much and I want to make sure you know that. So thank you. Alrighty, I am going to bring the camera back up, you guys. Hey there. I hope you enjoyed today's video and today's projects. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're watching on replay, thanks so much. I really appreciate that as well. And if you are participating in the convention that I'm helping with this weekend, I look forward to seeing you there. And either way, you guys, I just want you to have a great weekend. Be safe, be healthy, please, oh please. And I will see you. So I have 2 videos coming up. So next Wednesday night is the last Wednesday of the month. So I will be here at 6 p.m. Arizona time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern. And I will be back doing a paper pumpkin alternative video. So I like to do a scrapbook page and some type of 3D on those videos. So I don't have it done yet, don't have it designed, but I'll be doing that next week. So join me back for that. And then for our Friday mini class, I will be back in 2 weeks. And I believe that's February 5th, I think. Don't forget a celebration. So you want to make sure you're making those purchases in $50 increments so that you can receive the celebration freebies of your choosing. And we have a couple that are at the $100 level. So if your order's at 100, make sure you either want those or you don't before you choose your $50 items. So I think that's it, you guys. Thanks so much. Send me a message if you need anything at all. I'm here to help you. Have a great day. I love you all. Bye-bye.